How's it going, friends? Welcome to Debit Credit Nation. The people who personally know me, they do realize that how scared am I when I have to do debugging myself. The coding really freaks me out. Today I'm going to talk about one type of coding which a functional can do without knowing the basics of coding. So in FICO, mostly the consultants are from finance background. They're either chartered accountant or cost accountant or MBA finance. So they are not expected to do coding. But still SAP has given a functionality to the SAP FICO consultants where they can build their own code. So there are two types of functionality. One is called validation and the other one is called substitution. I'm going to show you validation first. Now think of a scenario where customer wants a validation that once a vendor sends us an invoice, the invoice will be posted, and if the invoice amount is more than $50, we should put a posting lock. Now normally what would you do? You're going to give the logic and the ABAPer will write a code. But in FICO or in many of the other modules, you can do it without even talking to the ABAPer. Let's show you how to do that. So open the T code GGB0. Now this is a screen called validation. So see, these are the modules which are offering this type of coding without talking to the ABAPers. So I'm expanding financial accounting. Now my validation will be at the line item level. So I'm expanding line item. Now at line item, first you need to create the validation. Click on validation. I call the validation as ZPAY and I call it payment block on vendor invoice. Hit enter. So I have a validation created. Now once the validation is created, click on step. So first you need to create a step. Insert step. Now add a step. Say I'm going to use the same verbiage here. Payment block on vendor invoice. Now there are three steps: prerequisite, check and message. Our prerequisite is if the vendor invoice is of more than $50 and if there is no payment block, the system will prompt the user to put a payment block, else the document cannot be saved. Without any further ado, let's get on with the prerequisite. Double click on the prerequisite. It will open up the prerequisite. Now here is where you are going to do all the coding. So first I'm going to use validation based on document type. So vendor invoice is generally posted with document type KR. So come here and look for document type. So double click on document type. So this is the place where you are going to write the code. So document type, press equal to, then click on constant and look for KR. So search for KR. Okay, so vendor invoice. So if the vendor invoice is KR, then I would check the amount logic. The amount has to be greater than 50, but amount is not at the document header level. The amount is at document line item level. So you have to come back, double click on steps and click on prerequisite once again. So then click on and. So now I need the line item table. So accounting document segment, this is the line item table. Double click on it. I need to check the logic from the vendor line. So I'll put a logic on line item. So whenever I post a document, generally vendor line item gets 001 and the offsetting GL gets 002. So I'll put a logic based on line item as well. So double click on line item. So line item appears over here. Then click on equal to. Then click on constant 001. I'll show you why I have added this logic. So my logic is document type is KR and line item is 001, and now I'm going to put the amount logic and amount in LC. Now amount in LC is greater than equal to. So if the amount is more than or equal to 50, now click on constant. Here you put 50. Simple. So you can also be a coder. You don't have to enroll to White Hat Junior. You can do your coding on your own, even if you are from the financial background. So my prerequisite is ready. So what does it say? If the document type is KR and the line item is 001 and the amount is greater than 50. Now go to the check. Same screen appears. Now, okay, let me first take you to the step 001. Now what it says, my prerequisite is done. Now check, it says if output prerequisite is met and check is not fulfilled. So I have to write a check which does not fulfill. Okay, so that means my check here is if the payment block is blank, then I should send a message. That means I have to write if the payment block is not equal to blank. Remember this not, that's why it is written in bold. That is, the check should not match. Now double click on check. So I'm going to put, so again payment block is at the document line item level, double click and go to this find button and look for block. Dunning block not required. Block quality, there are too many blocks. There you go, payment block. It should not match. That means I am going to write payment block not equal to blank. So this is the not equal to sign, equal to, and then not equal to, not equal to. Then how do I put blank? Click on constant and don't put anything. Okay, you have these many values, do not put anything. So blank means free for payment. So blank and continue. So see, the logic is written. My prerequisite and my checks are ready. Go back to step 001. Now I would like to add a message. So now double click on message. So I have already created a message class. If you want to create a new class, you come here, click on this maintain message and click on this message. So see, I have added two messages. Okay, suppose I want to create a new message. This message I am going to copy because the message has a spelling mistake. Enter payment block at the vendor line item, not vendor. So I just created a message. Previously it had 0000001. Now I have created this message 002. Save. Okay, message 002 is saved. Just remember this number. I'm going to use this message 002. Put the message number from here. You can search from F4. That means 002 and save. SAP has given these options that the message type can be error or warning or information or cancel. If I would have chosen the message type as I or W, then SAP would let user post the document without any payment block. Now I have already created the message class. If you want to create your own message class from scratch, all you need to do, go to /o AC91, then you enter your message class and click on create button. So I have already created my message class Z600 and I cannot create, so because it is already created, I am going to click on display. So here I see 3 message numbers are already populated. So that's how you can create your own message class. So my validation is ready. So what does my validation say? I'm going back. At the header level, if the document type is KR, and the line item level, if the line item number 1 is having more than 50 and the payment block is not equal to blank, then we would, not, this is not means not plus not, minus minus becomes plus. So if the payment block is blank, ultimately we are going to show a message. Once I save it, now I need to activate it. I need to assign it to my company code. How to do that? For that we have a T code called /o OB28. Go to OB28. So this is a validation for accounting document. Click on new entry, add company code 6000 and call up point. My validation is at line item level. How do I know that? So come here, see, under line item I have created this validation, line item level, and then look for the validation. So there is only one validation created, this one, and activation level I am going to put 1. 1 means active. So that's it. Save. So my validation is done. I'm going to test whether this validation work or not. So for that, let me quickly go to Fury. Now I'm going to post a vendor invoice FB60, which is create incoming invoices. Click on it. So I'm going to post 2 documents, one with less than 50 and the other one more than 50. So I need my vendor for 6000. Say my vendor is Rick and document date, reference test 1. Say amount is 45, which is less than 50. So I don't expect the validation to work here. It will let me go through without any message. Okay, so $45, I'm going to click on post and it goes through. So go to more and document, then display to see the document. So the document is posted, and in the vendor line, this is the line item 001. So remember I added a validation of line item 001. So this is why I added line item 001. So whenever a financial document is, a vendor document is posted, generally vendor takes the line item 1 and the offsetting GL takes the line item 2. So go to line item 1 and you see there is no payment block, but since the amount is less than 50, SAP let me post this document without the error message. Now I'm going to post an amount more than $50. I'm going to post an invoice with more than $50. So come back, I'll enter my vendor here. Now I'm using $52. Everything remains the same. I'm going to save this document. So click on post. See, I get a message, enter payment block, add vendor line item, message number 002. Now it looks like an information message. So let me click on continue. Does it let me post? It says item 001 must be corrected. I'm going to post once again. Continue, post. So it is not letting me post. If I click on help, it does not help me. So that means it is, although it looks like an information, but it is a warning message. So what I need to do, I need to go to the payment tab. I'll get the message once again. That's not a problem. Now under the payment tab, I see payment block is free for payment. Now I am going to put a block, say blocked for payment. Now it will let me post it. So click on post again. See, document was posted. So more, document, display. So it is more than 50. Double click and you will see there is a payment block. Since there is a payment block, SAP has allowed me. So see, simple coding. Simply you can put a validation without even talking to a ABAPer. Now let me show you the other aspect, which is called substitution. What does substitution do? So in this case, SAP did not let us go through, it stopped us. It showed a message and it stopped us. But if I put a substitution, that means it will not stop us, but it will replace a value. It will substitute a value which I define on the backend. Going back to GUI, so validation worked. Now for substitution, the T code is GGB1. Validation is GGB0, substitution is GGB1. Enter. So you'll see a same type of screen. So all these modules can use substitution as well. So under financial accounting, so previously I created on line item. Now I'm going to create at the header level. So I expand document header. Same. Now click on substitution. GL. I'll call it ZGL. GL text at header. So what substitution we are going to use? Let me click on, so substitution is done. Now click on step. So it is telling me which field you want to substitute. For example, suppose I want to substitute my document header text. Whenever we post a document, there is a header text and there are line item text. So I'm going to substitute my document header text. Click on this choose button. And what do you want to substitute? You can put a constant value, or you can ask the ABAPer to write a code which is the exit, or you can put value from another field. So I'm going to put constant value. Click on continue. Okay, now same, there are two steps, prerequisite and substitution. If the prerequisite matches, so there is no not. Previously there was a big not, a not block letter. Now see, there is no not. That means if the prerequisite is met, then put the substitution. What is going to be my prerequisite? My prerequisite is going to be pretty simple. That means, so we are going to post a general GL document. If I post a general GL document, the header text will be substituted. Double click on prerequisite, same screen will appear. So now since I put the header, I have the header only. I don't see the line item. So double click on the header. Now general GL document means document type SA. So look for document type. So document type, it will appear here. Click on equal to, then click on constant. Now document type is SA. Okay, so simple rule, if the document type is SA, my prerequisite is done. I'm going to substitute the text field as GL to GL document. Save. Simple code. I did not put that many complexity because in substitution SAP does not allow us those many complex scenarios. That's why I'm putting just a simple scenario. So my substitution is ready, save and generation completed. Now similar to OB28, I have to assign it to my company code. So for that, go to /OBBH. Substitution in accounting document. Click on new entry, enter your company code and call up point. This time my call point is 1, which is header, because this substitution I have created at header level. See. Now substitution, there is only one substitution. Again I have created this CGL and my activation level is 1. active, save. So again my substitution is ready. Now let's test it. So go back to Fiori as an end user. Now I'm going to post a SA document. For that the T code is post general journal entry, which is FB50 in GUI. Enter. So here by default journal entry type SA is populated. So journal entry, company code, period. So I'm not going to put anything in the header text because I expect this one to be substituted as per the logic. Now I'm entering my GL account. Since it's a profit and loss account, I would need to enter the cost center. Say, so there is no amount check. So whatever amount you use, as long as journal entry type is SA, it is going to substitute. So come back, cost center I am entering. Oh, it has already substituted. So when did it substitute? I click on, I expanded this one. So on expansion, it loaded and it already substituted. Anyway, so collapse it. Now post the offsetting GL. Post. Document posted. Now let's display the document. See, the header text says GL to GL document. And that concludes our video today. So if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to Debit Credit Nation. We'll meet again next time with another SAP tutorial video. Thank you so much.